thank you so much for joining me once again. Welcome to my channel. If you are a returning member of the family, thank you so much for the continuing support, honey. And if you are joining us for the very first time today, welcome, honey. We hope that you fall in love and officially make this your home. Please don't forget to subscribe, okay? And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that each time I post a video, you get notified and you don't miss on this valuable information about teaching English abroad. Okay, so my name is Hato and I'm an ESL educator currently based in Taiwan, honey. So I'm a teacher in Taiwan. Basically, I teach English and I came to this country via Teach Taiwan, and today's video, honey, I am sharing about salaries. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna talk about salaries, basically give you guys an idea of how much you will earn as an English teacher working in a public school in Taiwan. Yeah, actually yesterday I was surfing on the net and then I came across a post that was looking for an English teacher, and they say that they are offering whoever takes the opportunity or whoever gets the opportunity 40,000 Taiwan dollars. I was like, really? Imagine, baby, leaving your country, moving to Taiwan and being broke. Now it will be a story of one teacher who left his or her native English speaking country, moved to Taiwan, lives abroad and is broke. We don't want to hear such stories, honey. So I thought that maybe I should share Teach Taiwan salaries, honey. Okay, yeah. The weird thing is that I've seen even offers as low as 30,000 Taiwan dollars, and I was like, what? 30,000 Taiwan dollars? Honey, no. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys the scope, okay, so that when you get an offer, at least you should know what you have to run along. Okay, so let's get into it, honey. Remember that one of the requirements of Teach Taiwan is any degree, right? So with your degree, maybe your law degree or whatever degree you have, a 4 years degree strictly, and together with a teaching license and no experience at all, meaning that you will be moving to this country to experience, not only to experience the culture but also to experience the classroom, then your salary will be 65,230 Taiwan dollars, okay? And remember that there's also a housing subsidy of 5,000 Taiwan dollars. So for every salary that I will read out here, please add 5,000 Taiwan dollars, which is a housing subsidy, okay? So that's the total you will be getting, okay? So you will get 65,230 Taiwan dollars with just a degree. And let's take it that you have a master's degree. If you have a master's degree, you will be getting 72,760 Taiwan dollars plus 5,000 Taiwan dollars as a housing subsidy, okay? So if you have a PhD, not experience at all, you have never ever been in a classroom, then your salary will be 75,500, and in fact 75,950 Taiwan dollars plus 5,000 housing subsidy. Yeah, and if you have 2 years experience, then just a degree with 2 years experience, then you will get 66,670. And if you have a master's degree with 2 years experience, you will get 74,360. And if you have a PhD 2 years experience, you will get 77,700 Taiwan dollars plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. This is so far from the 35,000s, the 40,000s that people online are offering. So please don't fall for this scams, guys. I'm gonna call them scams because think about it. Think about leaving your precious country and moving to this country only to get peanuts. You're not going to enjoy being abroad. You are not going to enjoy the experience at all. So why not contact agencies like Teach Taiwan that are actually very fair? And I mean, there's no way they can do dodgy things, because remember that they are working for government positions, as in public schools, right? So it means that you will be a government custodian. So there's no way that anybody's going to actually rob you of your precious salary or money. Okay, so if you have 3 years teaching experience, then you will be getting 68,130. If you have a master's degree, then it will be 75,950, and if you have a PhD, it will be 79,430 plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. Okay, if you have worked for 4 years, that's you have 4 years experience, then you will get 69,580 with only a degree, right? And with a master's degree, 75,950. And if you have a PhD, it will be 81,170 plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. Okay, so that's 4 years experience. And then 5 years experience, you will get 71,000 Taiwan dollars. And if you have a master's degree, you will get 79,140 Taiwan dollars. And if you have a PhD, then it will be 81,170 Taiwan dollars plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. Now, before I move on to the other salaries, there is one thing that I would like to share with you guys.
Remember that as a government custodian,
just like in our country, you need to have your 13th check. I think it's called your 13th check, which is the bonus that you get, which is equivalent to the salary. But of course, contracts differ, I guess, with every school, but I think it is actually a basic thing for Teach Taiwan. All of their teachers, I don't know, maybe it's something that we should confirm. If your contract is different from what I'm saying, please don't complain. But yeah, I think this is a basic thing for public school teachers working under Teach Taiwan. At the end of your contract, which is a year contract, you will get before renewal, you will get a bonus, which is your 13th check, right? You will get your bonus, which is equivalent to your salary. So that's just you basically getting a salary for like 13 months instead of 12. Now, why are you still sitting in your country? You might as well contact Teach Taiwan and inquire, baby, and send your application. Okay, so now let's move on. If you have 5 years experience, only a degree, you will get 71,000 Taiwan dollars, honey. Let's move on. If you have 6 years teaching experience and you only have a degree, then you will get 72,470 Taiwan dollars, honey, plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. Okay, and if you have a master's degree, you will get 80,740. If you have a PhD, you will get 84,640. Okay, yes, plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. Okay, and then if you have 7 years working experience, you will get 73,910 Taiwan dollars. If you have a master's, 6 years experience, you will get 80,740. And if you have 6 years experience, you will get 82,900. Okay, plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. And then if you have 7 years working experience, you will get 73,910. And if you have a master's degree, you will get 82,330. And if you have a PhD, you will get 86,390 plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. Okay, and then if you have 8 years working experience, let's say you've taught in your country for 8 years and you move to Taiwan, you will get 75,370. If you have a master's degree, 83,930. And if you have a PhD, honey, you will get 88,130. Okay, so if you have 9 years teaching experience, you will get 76,820. And if you have a master's degree, 85,510. And if you have a PhD, you will get 89,870. Okay, yeah. And if you have 10 years working experience, it will be 78,240 plus the 5,000 housing subsidy. If you have a master's, 87,110. And if you have 10 years experience, it will be 91,600. So yeah, before I move on to others, there's something that I would like to remind you. Remember that Teach Taiwan is an agency for public schools. I always remind you. So even on public holidays, you rest at home. I talked about international schools and said that they have a no work, no pay policy kind of thing. But with Teach Taiwan, because it is an agency for public schools, if you come via Teach Taiwan, you will be getting paid even for public holidays, even for your vacation leave, even for your sick leave. And I remember in my video I shared that a sick leave does not necessarily mean that on that day you were sick. There are some days where you just wake up and you are really exhausted and you only need a day off. Then if you have no classes at all really, then you can use that day to rest and pamper yourself, recharge, and get ready for work, honey. But if you need literally above a day, like 2 days and more, because you're really sick, then you just need to present a doctor's note at work so that they really record that as a sick leave. But if you just need to rest for a day, that's okay. You can use just one sick day. I don't know if this is the case in other schools, but for my program, that is how things are. Okay, yeah, but I know that in some programs, even as I said, things differ, which is why I said even the salaries, please note that things may be different. Your salary may be higher or slightly lower. I don't think so. It might be higher depending on the school you are at. I know somebody who came to this country via Teach Taiwan, and at a school where she works, they use sick leave days on their first menstrual day, as in when they get their first period, they need period. Ladies, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, they take a break and rest at home, because you know how the first day is, you get really crampy and sick. It's different for all of us. Yeah, so they just give you that day to rest and just pamper yourself and prepare to come to work the following day. So things differ. At my workplace, we don't use it for that, but if such a thing happens and you're really not feeling well, then you can just take a day off or so, depending on how serious your case is. Okay, yeah, so they won't say, okay, you didn't come to work and we're not paying. No, you will get paid. Okay, and now let's move on. If you have 11 years experience, you will get 79,720, and if you have a master's degree, you will get 88,710, and if you have a PhD, you will get 73,340 plus the 5,000 housing subsidy that I have been talking about, honey. So yes, I'm not going to go on and on to avoid making this video longer than it already is. But yeah, government school salaries or government institution or even public schools, which is the language that you're familiar with, right? So let me try by all means to be simple so that you understand. Yes, the highest you can go is up to 100,000 or even above, because 100,000 would mean that you have like 15 years working experience, plus the housing subsidy. And one other thing that I forgot to mention about the housing subsidy is that if you are single, you will only get 5,000 Taiwan dollars as a housing subsidy. But if you come to Taiwan and move with your family, your husband, your wife or so, or even kids, then you will get more. Of course, I guess it depends on how large your family is or stuff like that. Actually, I'm not even sure about that, but I know people who get more, who get double, because they came with their kids, so they have to get a bigger living space. So please do not fall for some things that you're not really worth. Okay, just because you want to move abroad doesn't mean that. Of course, it's practical to take anything. You don't want to sit at home and do nothing, but I'm just saying, why suffer abroad when we have agencies like Teach Taiwan? Really, I'm advocating so much for Teach Taiwan because I came to this country via Teach Taiwan, and everything for me has always been okay. They have represented me in times where they had to, and represented themselves so well by offering me pew services and giving me a contract that does not only work in the school's favor but my favor as well as an English teacher. So that's why I'm advocating so much for it. Actually, I would actually advise every English teacher to move via Teach Taiwan, because baby, why not? They literally take care of you in everything, not only taking care of you by booking your hotel for you and assisting you with information and stuff like that, but also giving you a good salary. So if you have to assist back at home, you can still send money home without suffering in Taiwan. Okay, so yeah, that's one of the things that actually made me pick Teach Taiwan. I had an offer from an international school and their salaries were like more or less the same, but now I was like, okay, fine, it will definitely be slightly less because no work, no pay. So if a month I won't be working, I decide to visit home, then it's not required. Okay, it's a vacation leave for me, but I mean, it's not the school's business. But with public institutions or even Teach Taiwan teachers, then you know that if you visit home for a month and it is in your contract, you deserve it. You deserve to go home. Okay, you deserve to take a vacation. Yeah, and something just popped into my mind that you will also get reimbursed for so many other things. However, I guess it will be a video for another day. I'll tell you about how that works and stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell, Hannes, so that you don't miss videos every Wednesday, remember. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. It's free of charge. Please subscribe to become a part of our beautiful family, guys. I'm hoping to see you again in the next video next week, Wednesday, same place, same time, same frequency. Let me leave and love you.